I want to thank everybody for coming today. Today I am joined by our Comptroller John Liu and Assemblyman Jeffries from Brooklyn. I'm Senator Jose Peralta from Queens, and today we're going to be talking about the Mortgage Bill of Rights. We all know that we're going through tough economic times. We all know that people are losing their jobs. We all know that unemployment is at an all-time high. And because of that, people are losing their homes. And not only are people losing their homes because of the tough economy, but people are also losing their homes because of adjustable interest rates, because of predatory lending, and because of scams by mortgage brokers and some lending institutions that have led to high foreclosure rates. Today we're here to talk about a bill, Senate Bill 7399 and Assembly Bill 10502, which is called the Mortgage Bill of Rights. The Mortgage Bill of Rights is a simple bill. It basically outlines 20 or so rights that an individual has in one sheet. Before the individual starts the mortgage process, he or she will be given these Bill of Rights. They will read it, they will sign off on it, the lending institution will get a copy of it, and the applicant will get a copy of it so that everyone knows that they know what their rights are. We're calling on the governor to sign this piece of legislation that passed both the Assembly and the Senate within the last couple of months. It should hit his desk within the next couple of days. We're calling on the governor to understand that this is a much needed piece of legislation, because currently what ends up happening is that disclosures occur after the application process begins. This piece of legislation allows for disclosure to begin before the application process begins, and that is key here. As I said, over 1 million people are expected to be in foreclosure this year, many of them in New York. I just recently had a foreclosure town hall meeting. It was packed. Many people showed up in Jackson Heights because this is a real issue affecting real lives. People were telling me at that foreclosure town hall meeting that they didn't know their rights. They didn't know who to call upon if they had a problem. So this bill will explain to people up front who to call when there's a problem. Banks are reporting and posting record high profits. They have received their bailouts. What's happening with the homeowners? We need to make sure that homeowners receive a bailout. This is good for the consumer. This is good for the financial institutions, and this is good for the general public. It's about making sure that people are protected. And I want to talk a little bit about what some of these rights are. Some rights that the banks are completely against because they're saying that this is duplicative. Rights like, do you know if you have a fixed or an adjustable interest rate? Rights like, did you get a good faith estimate before you signed off on anything? Rights like, you have the opportunity to get your property appraised with an independent professional. Rights like asking for the HUD booklet. Rights like, if you're refinancing, to know that you can cancel a loan within 3 days. These are simple, basic rights. Rights that people don't know about, because if anyone's been through this mortgage process, it's stacks of paperwork that you're given. And these rights are all mixed within these stacks of paperwork. Most people don't read them. We want to make sure that people read them up front. And that's why we've introduced, Assemblyman Jeffries and I have introduced this Mortgage Bill of Rights, because it is necessary during these tough economic times. It is necessary for the people of New York. It is necessary for those who have been calling for a bailout, those homeowners that have been asking for some sort of lifeline within the last couple of years.